here, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 on Ravenport. And since last episode, I went ahead and finished up harvesting the soybeans, and we had enough money, just enough money, to be able to purchase 17 here. In fact, you can notice I'm actually now in the negative money here because, well, I had just enough money, and I knew the hired worker was going to be consuming it, so I purchased the field right away before we went negative there. So we got 17 here. Going to get this plowed together with the rest of the fields we own up here. Going to plow it a little bit closer to the road here as well, which might not be the safest with hired workers, but it gives us quite a bit more field, or at least a little bit more field anyway. And then we'll probably work on, I don't know if the rest of this field needs to be plowed or not. I suppose I should check that. Let's see what's here. Oh, yeah, the rest of the field needs to be plowed too. Okay. We'll have to plow the rest of the field here as well then. Actually, you know what? I can do that with the subsoiler on our setup there for planting, so I don't actually necessarily need to plow with this plow. We should actually be good there. Thinking we'll probably plant oats this time around, and then I'm still, let's see, can we, oh yeah, we can see it from up here. There's our field down there. Still need to get the rest of the soybeans off that field. There's like that section on there that just does not seem to want to ripen for some reason, so I'll have to wait for that to ripen, and then we can get that field replanted as well. Fortunately, it'll probably be dark out when that field ripens, so I probably will not get that field planted this in-game day. We'll have to see once here. Okay, we'll just plow it there. We can go a little further that way too if we wanted, I guess. I'm going to call it for right now here, right here, and then we'll maybe come back to this at some point. Flip that plow over. Again, just leasing this plow here because we need that so we can plow fields together. Turns out you can't do that with the subsoilers, apparently. Which was kind of annoying because we had one of these plows, and then we sold it when we upgraded, if you will, to the subsoiler. Not sure that was necessarily the greatest of upgrades, but that's kind of sort of what we did. And at least so far, I've been kind of careful about what I plant, so I don't have to do a whole lot of plowing here. Again, it seems like if you plant like canola, wheat, barley, soybeans, and oats, that's it. I think just those crops, then you shouldn't have to plow afterwards. Again, if you plant corn, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beets, and sugar cane, you'll have to plow after doing those crops. That's what I've noticed so far. Which again kind of adds a little bit of a realism factor there. Doesn't mean you don't have to plow. You can definitely plow if you want to, but at the same time, if you don't need to plow, you don't need to. So, and at least fairly common, fairly common to no-till after those type of crops anyway. We'll plow down that strip. I'm not sure if we can really make this field any bigger on the other side or not. Again, we got a pretty good drop off on that side of the field, and then there's railroad tracks below it. Seems to really cause some havoc with the hired workers, so kind of want to stay out of that a little bit. We'll see if there's any room over there or not. We'll find out when we get over to that side. Got the case over here waiting to fertilize as well once we're done plowing some of this together. Shouldn't take us too long here. We're making pretty good progress. Bigger plow would definitely be nice. And I think that's probably what we're going to save up here for next. We got a decent amount of fields here at this point, I feel. I mean, more field would definitely be nice, but here a little bit. Got some more spinning. Wow. But yeah, we got this fairly large field up here, I guess you could say. 14, 15, 16, and 17, which we've combined all into one. Why are we having so much problems spinning? Oh, we got a pretty good... Yeah, okay. Same way on that other field there, too. Good little, I don't know, kind of, not really a cliff, but drop off right there. Kind of annoying that they did that. Some other parts of this field have that as well. And then it's back to being somewhat smooth here. Nice. Like Giants didn't do a real good job of smoothing it out right there for some reason. I mean, granted, that's not really... wasn't part of our field until we plowed it in there, but it is now. Okay, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Jay Robin was saying, I've never had problems with dropping stuff that I pick up. That you're having that problem. Yes, I've always had that problem here with Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator 17 as well had Butterfingers, and it seems like 19 is even far, far worse than what 17 is when it comes to dropping stuff that you pick up. And, you know, mind you, I am using the heavy lift mod in 19 here, but I don't know why that would make a difference. I suppose it's definitely a potential that it could. But even with 17 as well there, again, like I said, had that problem in 17 where, yeah, you pick something up and you just drop it. Now, I get kind of the fact if you run into something with it, yes, you can drop it. But, you know, just walking out in the middle of nowhere, nothing around, and you just randomly drop stuff, it is very, very annoying. As you could probably tell last episode there when we were doing a little bit of logging. Yes, again, we got a nice large field down there now as well, hopefully. But debating if I want to plow any more of that section or not. Again, it's kind of a nice flat area right there. I'm not sure I really want to turn that into a field or not. Kind of debating on that. We do need some room for some placeables, which I guess we can maybe do below the area as well. We'll have to see once there. The other thing is I don't think, yeah, we don't own that section yet, so we're not going to be able to put any placeables down below there yet, so... Okay, looks like this section's all plowed. Let's skip over that a little bit. Yeah, the hired worker might have some issues with that area there. Nothing new. We've got a few other areas in this field that have issues as well. So, interesting we could have plowed the whole thing. We didn't miss any spots plowing, so that's kind of good. Josh CRD was saying that so they gave out the 7530 with the collector's edition, but they don't have one in the game. Makes me sad. That is true, yeah. There is no 7530 in the game here. And again, yes, it is in the collector's edition. And by in the collector's edition, we mean a model of it. A real 1:64 scale model of it. At least I think it'd be considered 1:64. It doesn't really actually specify that on the little box it came in, but... And yeah, if folks did not see it, I did a video there on the Farming Simulator 19 Collector's Edition. Again, it is only available over in the Europe. Specifically where I got it from was the UK. Not sure entirely where all in Europe it's available, but it is not unfortunately available in the US for some reason. I don't know why. I got suspicion it's probably due to, you know, some legal mumbo jumbo. Because there's products besides just a CD in there. There's some posters, postcards, a little small John Deere 7530 tractor. There's a hat in there as well. It's probably the reason they can't, you know, just sell it over here without going through a bunch of legal nonsense. So yeah, kind of unfortunate it's not available in the U.S., but that doesn't mean you can't buy it and have it shipped over. It does cost a few dollars to have it shipped. It's actually not that bad, by the way, to have it shipped. It's only paid, was it $9 or $10 to have it shipped, so it's not like it's that expensive to have it shipped over here, but if it was, you know, in the U.S., then it would be free shipping. And actually, I think in the U.K. they said it was free shipping, but obviously, yeah, shipping over here, it's not. Which is definitely understandable. Actually surprised it came fairly quick as well. I believe they shipped out the day Farming Simulator 19 was released, and that was, let's see, where are we going back? A week? Well, actually, a little bit over a week now, but when I received it, took about a week to get here, so that's actually not too bad coming from the UK. Jeffrey was saying, oh, brother. Nick was saying, you look good with those sunglasses and John Deere hat. Everyone looks good with a John Deere hat, if you ask me. McLean Farm was saying, anyone else? So Wrangler Star. Wow, okay. Not entirely sure on that one, but okay. Matt was asking, can you go down the well? So I'm assuming he's asking about the well where I threw the one piece of log down into. No, I don't think you can get into that well there. I mean, if you could get to it, yes, you could probably fall down in it, but doesn't really seem to be a way to access it because, again, it's got that little top over it. Can't fit in there. Now, speaking of wells, it's not really a well. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, is it? Yeah, that windmill over there, I think it is. There's a little bit of a secret location over there. I don't know if anybody knows about that or not. I don't think I've showed that on video yet. Have I? I don't think I have. But, yeah, if anybody knows about it, leave it in the comments. And I'll have to make sure I show that sometime. It's kind of a cool little location over there. But we can actually probably plow this a little bit bigger here. In the interest of, well, maybe not a lot. That is a pretty good drop off there yet, isn't it? I was thinking it didn't look that bad from a distance, but now that we're a little closer, maybe we better not. Yeah, that's a really good drop off there. Already having enough issues with a hired worker not being able to get back up that slope at times. So this side, though, yeah, we're definitely going to plow some extra over here because we can definitely get a little closer to the road. I'll probably try to keep it straight. Again, with our fields being so small, I'm definitely trying to maximize the field size here. Again, the bigger the fields, the quicker you're going to upgrade here. More crop per field. Definitely with 24, 25, and 26 there. Oh, my goodness. That would have taken forever to make any progress with those fields. Again, probably not the greatest starter fields. Although that is what they will start you with, by the way. But yeah, like I said, definitely some better starter fields on the map if you're starting out like what I did here. Yeah, just a couple passes here won't do a whole lot. And I can probably return the plow after this as well because I don't think there'll be any more plowing we're going to do that I know of. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe we'll hang on to it just a little bit here. Double check down by the main farm field there if I'm going to plow that any bigger. I'm thinking I probably won't, but see once here. Again, more of the fields, the better. Appears to be some sort of stable-like looking building down there. Again, for those who keep asking about the bushes, yes, you can plow them under. You cannot mow them. I know someone was asking if maybe there'll be a mower in the future that'll be able to mow them. Kinda would doubt it. Not sure. I guess we'll have to see what modders come up with, but it looks like they need to be removed by plowing type of methods. So I don't know if there'll ever be a mower brush hog that will be able to take them out. Somebody did leave a good idea down in the comments, though. And that was, you can brush hog them, but then they would grow back on you. That was definitely kind of a cool idea. Again, this game I don't think is set up for that, but that would be cool. Kisco Team was saying, have you used the Seed Runner 3755 XL? If so, can you unload fertilizer? I could not. Let's see. The Seed Runner 35XL. Is that the... I have not tried that yet. Oh, and interestingly enough, it holds crop types too, doesn't it? Okay. Never realized that actually holds crop types. But again, no, I have not tried that yet. Be interesting if they allow you to unload seeds, but not fertilizer from it. Okay, looks like maybe one more round after this one, and then we'll try to maybe square up both ends a little bit to clean them up. Make them look pretty, and we'll call it good. Let's see what's here. Row Soft was saying, Do you know why Giants has reduced plowing in FS19? Now you only need to plow after some harvest. And by some harvest, it's actually some crops. Again, we mentioned that earlier. He was saying, in my opinion, it removes the simulator part of the game if you do not need to plow. Just like FS15, where you never had to plow. What is wrong with plowing? Sure, it may be a bit slow and boring sometimes, but it is realistic. Well, actually, yes and no on that. Again, there's a lot of places, and where I live, no-till isn't the most common. But there are some places where no-till is very common, and plowing would, I don't know if you want to call it unrealistic, but where it is uncommon. So to say that the game here is unrealistic because it doesn't require plowing, I would say is a bit of a stretch. And, you know, a comment with that as well, okay, if you want to plow, there's nothing stopping you from doing it, just plow then. You know, just because the field doesn't require plowing doesn't mean you can't plow. He was also saying, so they have introduced lime, but it's not the same as plowing. And if you do not like to plow, you can just turn it off in the menu. That is true. And like I was saying too, you know, if you do like to plow, there's nothing stopping you from plowing. So, like I got a little far out on that one line there. Ah, well. I'll maybe just kind of round this off a little bit. Okay, call that good. Like I said, looks like I got a little far out on those there, but well. And yes, I could probably plow a little more there, but I'm just going to try to keep this side of the field straight here, and we'll call it good. Might have got a little far out here as well. Ah, well. A little extra field never hurt nobody. Okay, let's grab the fertilizer then. We'll get him over here, and fairly long field here. Not very wide, though. And unfortunately, because of the, you know, the shape of this field, I can't really go long ways on it with a hired worker. Mind you, if I did it myself, I probably could, but with a hired worker, unfortunately, I cannot. So it really takes away from the efficiency here with a hired worker having to go the short way like it is. It doesn't need to be fertilized, right? Turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. Yeah, it needs to be fertilized. Okay. It also needs like a lot of other stuff as well. I'm not going to put lime on it. For one thing, I can't afford to do so right at the moment. And then I want to wait until the rest of the field needs lime so I can have the whole field in the same state. So, you know, not just parts of the field need lime here and there. When I do lime, I'd rather just, you know, be able to do the entire field at the same time rather than having, you know, bits and pieces of the field. Had the same thing down with field 14 there as well. Made sure I had the whole field, which of course was then 14, 15, and 16, not 17 here when I did the lime on it. Okay, hire the worker. He'll hopefully be good. Wow, it's really hard to see where he has and hasn't fertilized, that's for sure. How we looking? Is he actually working here? Just double check, make sure we didn't... that off. Yeah, okay, he's working. Good. And like I said, not going to worry about the plowing there because we can do that with our planter. Put the subsoiler on, and that'll take care of that problem. Dieselman. Yes, he was the one that was suggesting this, and I just mentioned it here a few moments ago. They need to add a brush hog to the clean up the edges of the field and get rid of those bushes. And it'd be cool if they added in a script where they would grow back. Yes, that would actually be really cool, but again, I don't see that really happening. But like I said, definitely would be cool. Fast Ohio was saying I run a GTX 1050 Ti. Runs just fine with Farming Simulator 19. And yeah, again, you know, GTX 1050 Ti would definitely be more than sufficient for this game. As I said before, I wouldn't necessarily, you know, recommend a card much smaller than that. I think we can make this feel a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to probably try to leave as much of this flat area as possible. We do have a little bit of a hill here yet we can kind of plow into. Did quite a bit of plowing here already, so maybe I'll save this and we'll do that off camera. Then I'll get this section here plowed. Do that a little bit later here. Okay, you know what? Need this tractor here, don't I, as well? Grab. Oh, you know what? Actually, I need the other tractor, don't I? Right. Huh. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Maybe I will do this plowing then. Because I need the case, because the case is the only one that can hook up to our seeder because it has the front 3-point hitch. Can't do that with this tractor here. Oh, well. No GPS mod. You know what? Maybe I'm going to start with a field here so I got a straight line to go by. I did not grind out that stump yet either. Right. That might be a problem. Might want to grind that stump out before we break a plow on a stump. Which was a definite real issue back in the day, by the way. I don't know if it's so much anymore nowadays. There's probably not necessarily a whole lot of land being cleared anymore for fields. You know, but back when there was a lot of land being cleared for fields, that was definitely always an issue. Make sure you get your stumps cleared out. Otherwise, yeah, the plow would find one and you would know it. There's actually more stumps up there that need to be ground out as well, but I don't think any of those will cause issues. Out of curiosity, that did get rid of the entire stump. Oh, but yeah, I don't know if anyone else can see it. There's a piece of something laying here, isn't there? Where is it? Where did it go? See it right there? Yeah. Couldn't see that hiding in the bushes, could we? Where'd that... Well, okay, where did it go? There we go again with the butterfingers, dropping stuff. I don't know why that is. Like I said, it's been really annoying. Well back here somewhere we can dump this in. To me, it's also annoying that this is actually even is in Farming Simulator. It's like, why do they have this being saved? Because it is so annoying to deal with those little pieces. Because there's nothing you can do with them. Well, I guess you could go sell them, but like, what are you gonna do? Carry it down there? I don't think it's gonna stay on a trailer. I suppose if you get a tipper like we have there, maybe you could put it inside of it. I don't know if that would work or not. I know at least back in 17, that didn't necessarily work to throw pieces of log inside of a trailer all the time. Because some trailers would have a collision on the top of them that would not let you put stuff in them. I'm not sure if that would be the case in 19 here or not. I have to try that sometime. Ooh, a little bit of a hump there. There's a pretty good hump... over in the other corner of the field there, I've hit a few times as well. Like, whoa, talk about some error there. Kind of hiding in the bushes there. You can't really see it till you go over it. And whoa, hello, airtime. Plowing turned on yet? Is not. Let's turn that on here. There we go. Yeah, because we disconnected and it got turned off. Lime is going to be the same thing on this field too, by the way. I'm going to wait until the entire field needs lime before I lime the couple of small, well, not necessarily really small sections, I guess, that we plowed. But the sections that we plowed, I'm going to wait until the entire field needs lime. Then we can do the entire field at the same time. That way, again, we don't just have pieces and sections here that need lime. Otherwise, if I lime those sections, then it's, you know what, maybe next harvest, the rest of the field will need lime, and then we kind of wasted lime in that section, so... trying to save a little bit of money on lime here, because again, like, it seems like it's kind of expensive. If they go a little ways here, like I said, I'm going to try to stay out of the flat area here a little bit. Save that for placeables. At least until we know where I'm going to put any placeables I'm going to put here. Definitely want to get some storage silos up here. At least one anyway. Oh, speaking of storage silos, actually, let's just look at one here a minute. Silos. I do have the Silo King, obviously, which is a pretty nice one. I'll probably try to stick with the in-game one here for this. I do not... Oh, I can't even check it out, can I? Bummer. I guess I'm going to have to have enough money before I can even look at it. Oh, well. I was hoping to maybe at least see how much it would actually cost to place it down. You know, it's $180,000, but how much is it going to cost to terraform the area? Even though it looks like it's relatively flat here, probably still cost us, you know, another $500,000 to prepare the ground for it. Hopefully they fix that in a future update, because I think the cost for terraforming is a bit ridiculous, if you ask me, for some of this stuff. You know, even pastures, for example, it's like, really? Terraforming for... Whoever heard of a flat pasture? You know, at least where I live, the pastures always go where you can't put a field, typically. So, the hilly, swampy, you know, ground that's no good for growing stuff, that's where you put the pasture. You don't make a nice, perfectly flat area. And, ooh, look, we're going to put a pasture in there now. That's a little bit unrealistic. Be cool if they actually can make it somehow so the pasture would conform to the terrain, not the terrain conform to the pasture, if that makes sense. That, to me, would be a lot better way of doing it, if you ask me. That's just my opinion, anyway. Okay, pretty good. What do we think? Another, maybe one more, two more yet? Yeah, probably maybe two more yet. Starting to get into a little bit of the flatter area here. We can maybe, you know, take out this 45-degree angle out of the field here. That might help as well. Yeah, if we do at least two more here, that should be pretty good. Probably won't get rid of all of it there, but... I know a couple people have said they just made this into a square field here, just squared it right off. But again, like I said, that'd take up a lot of my flat area here, so I don't quite want to do that. And there's a little bit of flat area down below there as well. Not a lot, really. And having seen what it costs to terraform areas, to put placeables on, flat ground is definitely going to be a premium here, I think. Especially if you want to put any sort of pasture or anything down. I don't even know where to begin putting a pasture down in this area. Unless we, like, buy the field across from us there. Field, was it 8? It is? Or 19. Field 19? Unless we buy that field, I don't even know where to put a pasture around here. There's probably enough area right here, maybe. And we still have to have an area to put a placeable for grain storage and that type of thing as well. Oh, maybe, yeah, let's maybe do one more after this. I know I said this, said two more was going to be it, but that'll get rid of, again, the majority of that 45-degree angle we plowed in there. Now, this is definitely going to make a nice field here, hopefully. Still going to be small, but a lot bigger than what it was, that's for sure. I think we've easily doubled the size of this field here at this point. Fields, really, I should say. Okay, one more pass. We'll straighten out this end of the field here as well then. Call it good. Kind of annoying again that the soybeans there didn't ripen. The rest of the field ripened, but that section did not. Don't ask me why, but it didn't for some reason. Okay, I think we kept it pretty straight here. It's not perfect, that's for sure, but not too crazy crooked at least. Again, like I was mentioning, just because we don't have the GPS doesn't mean you can't get a somewhat reasonably straight line here. The trick, again, is just to make sure you put a tire down a plow mark there and just follow the plow line. Because, again, the plow lines will be straight. Wow, straight, or they'll be at 45-degree angles. So, again, you know, straight or 45, it should be pretty obvious. Okay, probably not going to quite be able to get this corner here perfect, but we'll get it the best we can. There we go, call that good. And calling it on the episode here as well. Looks like it is time to wrap it up. Oh, so let's see, what will we come back and do next episode? Probably off screen here, I'm going to work on doing some planting here. We'll at least get some of the field planted. Oh, where's he at? Did you finish? No, you quit on us, didn't you? Yeah. Don't know why. This still seems to be a thing in Farming Sim 19, by the way, where the hired worker turns around but still quits. That was a thing in 17 as well. And in fact, in previous versions of Farming Sim, the hired worker would turn around, then he'd pull up the field and stop. It's like, really? Seriously? Anyway, like I said, everyone, we're going to wrap it up here. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.